The price of Bitcoin is $26,421. Currently, the price of Bitcoin is pumping to the upside, and this is a lot to do with the news that has come out today that the US debt ceiling crisis, what it means for crypto. Many institutions and retail investors plan to buy back gold, treasuries, and Bitcoin if the US hits its debt ceiling. Now, we're going to talk about that in today's video. We're going to talk about the way that China is starting to adopt cryptocurrency via Hong Kong, and that actually Bitcoin might make the perfect counterbalancing asset for most people's portfolios if the whole world is going to enter into somewhat of a financial crisis. Now, if you are interested in that, do drop a like on today's video, subscribe to the channel. Let's try and get 50 subscribers off this video. So if you are new, do drop a like and please do subscribe. Let's try and get, 500 likes. Let's try for it. I know it's possible. 500 likes, let's do it. And let's crack straight on. So Bitcoin's price currently $26,419. What are we expecting from the price of Bitcoin right now? Well, to be quite simple about it, basically, we've encountered another level of resistance here on the chart. And if we were to look at where that level of resistance is currently sitting on the price of Bitcoin, is this $26,500 level again. If we break through $26,500, then it's likely that we come back up and we retest the underside, as I pointed out the other day, at $26,700. If we retest the underside at $26,700, because that is where this gap is sitting right here in the chart, if we manage to retest that level and then break back into it, well, bull market's back on, guys, and I want to be stacked in a long position at that point in time. Of course, don't think we're out of the woods yet by any means. Of course, what is going on in the world right now is very positive for crypto. It's very positive for Bitcoin, and it really does look like things are on the turn. From my perspective right now, the best market to be in is in the altcoin market, because that is the thing that's going to turn around if Bitcoin turns around, because that is the thing that's been dumped on so hard recently. The reason I'm pointing that out is essentially if we're to look over at Bitcoin dominance from my perspective is forming what is known as a diamond top pattern. That is where basically you form a sideways looking square at the top, and then you would retrace all of this and drop all the way back to the downside, back down to this lower band of liquidity down here. At the same time, we can also expect Ethereum's Bitcoin value to break out very soon, because we are right on the cusp of a significant breakout. If we break out here, this is an 8.5% jump that we may experience in Ethereum versus Bitcoin. And if we experience that jump in Ethereum, we're going to experience that times 20 on the altcoin market. So that's what I'm preparing for right now. There's a couple of altcoins that I will bring up to you in today's video that I have been started to long recently in more significant amounts of money. So we're going to talk about that. And let's talk about it straight away. First thing being Holochain. Holochain's price in terms of its US dollar value is right back down at these bear market lows. And the other one is, of course, Glimmer. Again, like lower than the bear market lows, Glimmer. It's never actually been this low in price. The bottom in the bear market was 32 cents. 31 cents, 32 cents. Currently, the price is 27 cents. It's lower than the price it was during the bear market. I think that these two coins are going to experience some turnarounds in the coming days, weeks, and months. And for that reason, I've taken out long positions on them on BYBIT. You can trade these coins on BYBIT. You'll find a link for BYBIT in today's video description. Check it out, make an account, sign up, KYC, all that good stuff, and you'll be able to trade on there as well. Now, back to the point here of today's video. What is going to go on now with the price of Ethereum? Well, Ethereum is currently retesting the outside of this level of resistance right here. If we manage to break back in, it does seem pretty likely it would break back to the inside. We have formed basically another W reversal pattern right here. As I've discussed it before, we've got a very key level of resistance on Ethereum that we're yet to come up to, and that would be the level of $1,832. But I think that on the next test of this, we'll break to the upside, and then, genuinely, seriously, we could be about to enter into altcoin summer. This is a lot to do with what China is doing right now with regards to Hong Kong. Let me just bring some information up on the screen right now about China and Hong Kong and what is going on there, because it's particularly interesting what is going on with regards to China and Hong Kong. Crypto Saving Expert writes a lot of stories, so we might have to just filter through a couple of them. I believe it was yesterday that, we're running out of content to read about. There we go. Hong Kong to allow retail investors to trade Bitcoin, Ethereum, and top cryptos from June. Hong Kong Securities and Futures Commission has stated that retail investors can trade digital assets beginning 1st of June. Tradable assets should include at least 2 indices from independent providers. This is huge news, because not only can institutions trade cryptocurrencies, but retail can trade cryptocurrencies, and China's state news right now is going crazy over it. I brought it up in yesterday's video about China's state news, but China's state news basically has been reporting on this non-stop. This will likely cause a bull run of sorts. If we get that bull run, it doesn't really matter about any of the technical analysis. It will just be the east of the world dumping money into crypto like it's going out of fashion, and or no, the opposite way, like it's coming into fashion, and the prices will just go up. Doesn't matter. You can analyze the chart into oblivion, but essentially, when you've got news like this, and it's well worthwhile reading about this on Crypto Saving Expert. The other thing to point out will be about the US debt ceiling. To explain a little bit about the US debt currently sits at 31.4 trillion at the moment of writing, according to the Worldometer. This is an enormous problem because it is also the maximum amount the Treasury is authorized to borrow by Congress to pay the nation's bills, i.e. the debt ceiling. The US debt predicament now demands that the government raises the cap to avoid defaulting on its debts. Considering that the nation typically spends more than it generates in revenue, however, a bipartisan agreement on lifting the debt ceiling is not currently forthcoming. While the negotiation carries, the Treasury General Account operating the account of the government continues to dry up, showing that the account has plunged to 57 billion from 316 billion at the beginning of May, and the fiscal year basically they're hitting this debt ceiling. Either you raise the debt ceiling or you get downgraded. Either way, what does all of this mean for crypto? Well, we've got a nice section on this as well in this article if you want to read it in a bit more in depth. But essentially, as the US worries about the US debt default continued to weigh heavy on investors, Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market appeared to have stalled with prices showing minimized volatility. In the case of default, many assume it would give more people the option to consider the largest cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, as an alternative asset against a centralized financial system. In Bloomberg poll, many professional and retail investors said that they will buy Bitcoin over the US dollar or other fiat currencies if the US hits the debt ceiling. However, the majority of investors would choose gold and treasuries over Bitcoin. But the point is, we know that that's the case. We know that they'll buy gold anyway, but the point is some of them are going to buy Bitcoin because of this debt ceiling. So it's all very bullish news happening in the world of crypto right now. Even if it doesn't seem so bullish on the markets right now, just because we've not had that volatility recently, it is coming back. The market is coming back. Everything is starting to heat up again, and everything is looking much, much warmer. From my perspective, I took a scalp short position last night. I've closed my scalp short position. I am now starting to open long positions on Bitcoin and Ethereum. I'm long on Ethereum from $1,800. I'm long on Bitcoin since $26,300. Both positions sit slightly in a profit right now, but I'll update you on those later in the day. I'll be making another video later today, but for now, one more thing to check in on would be, of course, what is happening to the DXY, because I've been talking about this for a while. I think this is coming down. The US is going to raise the debt ceiling. That means they're going to print more cash. When they print more cash, you'll see the value of the US dollar decline. When you see the value of the US dollar decline, it will continue in the same trend that it's been experiencing now for the past year. If you're not familiar with the trend in the US dollar for the past year, let me show you what it has been, because it's been pretty much solidly downwards, and it did look like it was W reversal panning outwards here, but it's hit this key level of resistance. It is likely going to keep dropping to the downside as this arrow is showing you, and as it's going to keep dropping to the downside, the Bitcoin bull market is beginning. We're heading into Bitcoin halving now in a very short period of time, and the whole market is starting to heat up. I think this is fundamentally incredibly positive news, and I want to know what your thoughts are on it on the comment section below. Leave a comment on today's video, just because it will help the algorithm as well. Comment any of your favorite letters. I'll respond to as many people as possible. But if you do have any kind of interesting questions or anecdotes to add, please do ask them in the comment section below. Do drop a like on today's video. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Turn on channel notifications, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.